Good morning, Mr. Jose. I'm Jalen J, and I will be talking about my lesson plan, but I won't really be presenting my lesson plan. I'll be explaining how I designed it, how the components are included in it, and how it aligns with SIOP module. And by the way, I do have like a little notes on my computer to make sure I get everything, just letting you know if my eyes go to the side. So, the standards and objectives. I started by aligning my lesson plan with content and language standards. So if we go down, one of my examples I could have said was like, I included like a sentence frame. So like I put like plants need to survive, and one way plants produce is this will support language production and understanding. So for my day one, I did an introduction of plants and some of the vocabulary that they'll need to know. This will be building a background knowledge for the kids. I start with a video to give them a little bit of information before we start the actual lesson, followed by a KWL chart to get the students thinking about what they already know based on that video. I also introduced the key vocabulary with pictures and gestures to support the ELS. And together we'll read the first two sections of the article so then the kids can get a full understanding and also find those vocabulary words, which will help them be like, hey, Miss J, this is this vocabulary word, we just learned it, and then I'll ask them that means what, and then it can help them build on their. The next day I do types of reproduction of plants. So with this one, we review the think, pair, and share. This would promote our oral language. So the students would read different sections of the article in small groups with their classmates, and they will be assigned roles to increase engagement and accountability. In the class on this day, they would complete a graphic organizer comparing the vascular and non-vascular plants. And it's a tiny little mini lesson. It's still towards plants, but it's kind of giving them a little bit more depth on plant reproduction using different visuals, and then the students will write sentences about reproduction using word banks. For my day 3, it was a hands-on learning activity. So what we'll do is we'll review plant parts and vocabulary with a small little worksheet for the students to do to see how much they know. And then the students will work in small groups physically with a plant flower. They will identify the different parts and explain them to me verbally. After they write in their journals using sentence frames, like I observed the blank of the plant, they will draw and label the plant, and then we'll end the day with a cleanup. For my last day, day 4, I put importance of plants in review. On this day, we read the last couple sections of the article together as a group so then every student can get a good understanding of the end. And then we'll brainstorm as a class and create an anchor chart, how we use plants. Students then do a short independent writing activity. The prompt is, why are plants important? And I will provide a scaffold, kind of like an oral retells, and partner did dictations for, provide scaffolds, and then like it's like an oral retell. So we finish by revisiting the KWL chart and completing what I learned section, and students will submit that as their exit ticket. So they will use that to show me that they understand our lesson for this whole entire week, so then they can get a good understanding of what they learned this week. And then maybe they'll go home to their parents explaining what they learned. So overall, this lesson plan is both complete of content and language objectives, with multiple opportunities for practice and interaction while supporting the ELS with scaffolds and sentence frames, also visuals and the little tiny activities. Each component is designed with SLP model in mind. And this will ensure that English learners can access content while they're developing language skills. So I hope this lesson plan helps in the future, because I will definitely be using this in the future. But thank you for watching, and thank you, Mr. Jose, for a great year. This is the end of my assignment. Bye.